Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. As always, thanks for downloading and streaming our show. We appreciate it every time you take the time to listen to our podcast. My buddies Scott and Ricky are joining me on today's show, and we get some great questions about character dining and great use of the Disney dining plan with character dining. So we talk about that. Listener Thomas in the Magic Kingdom, as he tuned in, and we gave him some recommendations for Beak and Barrel. We also talked about a listener who's headed out to Disneyland for the very first time for the Disneyland Half Marathon weekend. Recommendations to make the most of that trip and for his Run Disney experience out there. Plus, we have a listener that's sailing the Disney Dream for the first time. Adults-only cruise also for the first time. How to make the most of that. Also going to Lookout Key for the first time. Lots of first-time experiences on this show. We have a great time trying to help our listeners have a great Disney trip each and every time. This and much more coming your way on today's podcast. Don't forget, today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan an amazing trip, whether it's your first or 100th vacation. We're going to be there to support you each and every time. No additional cost to you every time. So check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click really does support everything we do throughout the year. beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And you can also support us by becoming a patron. It's $5 a month. That's all it takes. And it helps keep us on the air. It's really a big way to support the show. You get a bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. And a huge shout out to everybody who is a patron. You guys are the best. Again, patreon.com/beourguestpodcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2795 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from beourguestpodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great week. And warming back up here in the Midwest. I mean, it was cold here the first couple of days. Too soon to be that cold. So I think we're rebounding here about this time. So let's save that for Christmas time and get back to normal here. And let's have some listener questions. That's what we do here on a Wednesday. I think we even have a little mini trip report from listener Tim, which is going to be awesome. But my bud's joining me today. We get together for a couple shows here Wednesday and Friday as we record here on Mondays live. Join us about 5:30 Eastern. We go live and have a good time. You can be a part of the show. So join us Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch. Joining me today from Must See Adventures. Got to check that out. Scotty G up in the house up in Michigan. Scott, what's going on?
Happy midweek. My gosh, Thanksgiving is going to be here really soon. It's kind of stressing me out a little bit. Why is time moving so fast? But happy to be here and answer some listener questions today. My favorite episodes to record.
Yeah, I love some Thanksgiving. God, I love it is truly, I mean, it's the best because you don't have to worry about presents. You just get to have great food, get to see family, and man, just the football. It's the lowest stress holiday and just it's so chill.
I don't know, man.
No, I would not call it low.
You must not be cooking then.
I don't cook. Dude, I love it.
It's very stressful.
I'm like
very stressful.
This is gonna get into Friday's episode. I'm kind of the supporting actor here. Pam gets up in the middle of it seems like the middle of the night. It's 4 or 5 in the morning, puts the bird in, and then the house starts to slowly start smelling good. And
that's a lot of work.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And then you get to peel off a little, because we do the stovetop, but a couple big pans of it. Get a little quarter of it throughout the day. Dressing balls popping out throughout the morning. Oh, and then of course you got to watch your Detroit Lions at some point play on Thanksgiving. Oh man, I love Thanksgiving. Not to mention it'll be my birthday, but yeah, it's gonna be. I don't need that at this point in my life. I'm getting old fast.
I love traveling for Thanksgiving. Though. I mean, that's been our thing. Every couple of years, actually about to do back-to-back years. It's so mean because it's Liz's birthday. She loves Thanksgiving, and I always take her away from her family.
You jerk.
See, that's why.
I mean, it's the 40th. It's the 40th this year, though. We gotta do something big for the 40th.
You do. I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife would kill me. There's absolutely because we host her whole entire family comes, and there's that stakes are off the table. I mean, there is no. It is. I would be a dead man. And I mean, my favorite place to be on Thanksgiving is in my recliner. I have to admit. And this year it is like Jason said, not stress free with Florida State, Florida. At this point, it's not gonna be very stressful between Mizzou and Arkansas. I mean, it's gonna be, and
You know what I'm gonna do on
game.
your birthday though for Thanksgiving? You're talking about the recliner. I'll be sitting in a chair in O'Gills. How does that sound?
That sounds pretty dang good. We'll be packing for a cruise the next week, so it'll be okay. All right, Ricky. She's joining us from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com and the Mouse for Less. Ricky, you're more traditional on the Thanksgiving. What are your plans for a couple weeks
Actually,
from now?
not so much. We are headed down to Florida. So we are, we're going to be driving down on Thanksgiving, having Thanksgiving with my mom and dad. And then Brian and I are going to go to Disney. We're actually staying at, so his birthday is the 30th. So it's that weekend, that Sunday. And that Sunday we'll be driving back, obviously. But because it's his birthday, we were watching one of our favorite YouTubers, and they were talking about Cabana Bay.
Scotty G?
And no,
me, right?
it was not Scott. I don't think Scott's ever talked about Cabana Bay. We love Scott's channel, but he was not staying at Cabana Bay.
Not
Not yet. And Brian's like, "Oh, that resort looks really good." It's like, "You haven't stayed there with me?" Because I know I'd stayed there before. And he's like, "No." And I was like, "Oh, that was on a trip with my mom, my dad, and my brother." So we are going to stay at Cabana Bay for a couple nights. We're going to do Disney. We're going to do the Epcot Festival of the Holidays, because that is one of our favorite things to do. The day after Thanksgiving, we go there. We do the cookie stroll. We love to do that every single year. And so we're going to do that. It's become like a family tradition for us. And then we're going to do a couple of additional things. My list is already really long for things that I'm like, okay, we got to hit this, and this for Disney. So yeah, we've already got a really long list. He wants to go to Volcano Bay for a day. So for part of the day, at least one day. So we'll see if I can get that in too.
It's his birthday, dude. If he says he wants to do
it,
it,
is
do
his
it.
Birthday. I know. That's why I'm like,
you have to do it. It's his birthday, Ricky. You're like saying maybe.
And like
he
I said,
gets to do
we
that.
we never get to do things like this for him for his birthday. So this is really good. We've never had, for my birthday, we always go to Disney and stay at a nice, Disney resort. And his birthday is always at the end of the month. So we can't ever usually leave. But because of the way that this year it falls, we just had the opportunity to do it. So it's good. And so we're going to get to actually celebrate his birthday weekend. So it'll be nice.
One thing too, make sure you guys go bowling at Cabana Bay.
Yes.
It's so cool to go bowling at your hotel, and I love the retro feel of the whole thing. I love that hotel. That hotel was built for me. It is so retro.
He is so excited. So I definitely look for a video on Disney World After All on our YouTube channel, because I think it's going to be just so much fun to see him experience Cabana Bay too. So
and use all the pert and the VO5.
The VO5 and the Zest, right?
Zest.
Yes, Zest.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I have a bag.
Oh my God, he's got it right there with him, doesn't he?
Hang on.
This is great for people who are listening to the podcast, by the way.
Check this out, dude. I have a bag that we rated on. We had a travel agent training down there, and I rated everybody's rooms, and I have all the Zest and all the VO5.
I love it. And a baggie for you, right? Sitting in a drawer. That's great.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not using that stuff.
It smells so good in the
drawer.
drawer.
It does. I mean, it's for emergencies only. I mean,
exactly.
In case you ever need to go back to the 70s or early 80s.
Yes.
All right, let's get to the questions. Here we go. And the first question to the inbox comes from listener Cindy up in Toronto, Canada. She says, "Dear Mike, Pam, Ricky, and Scott, just wanted to say a big heartfelt thank you to you all. I really appreciate your inside opinions and advice on all my questions over the years. You've helped me plan multiple trips, and when others ask me questions, I often go back to answers I've heard on the podcast. When Pam had said on Monday's show about choosing to be positive, it really resonated with me as I try to live my life that way as well. Thank you for all you do, keeping the community not only alive, but thriving. Yours truly, Cindy." She's Cindy Lou over in the clubhouse. That's it. Thank you, Cindy. Well, that's spreading some good, and we appreciate that. And I got to say, our clubhouse is awesome. I mean, we used to have this hardware store. And so, now this was even before your time, Ricky. I know I'm a little bit older than you. I substituted for your 6th grade class, so I'm a little bit older than you back at Jamestown. God, I can't believe that. But we had this hardware store that your parents would know. It's called Central Hardware, and
I remember Central Hardware, actually.
Their slogan was everything from scoops to nuts. That's kind of like the clubhouse. Dude, you come for the Disney and you go to the clubhouse over at brguestpodcast.com/clubhouse, but you don't know what you're going to get. Like you're going to get some, we're going to talk about Wally Lulu, needing reservations, or, the latest at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the popcorn bucket. We're going to talk about all that stuff, right? You go for that. But then you're going to talk about organizing hats. Like, Sean's talking about his hat collection. Then I have to take a picture of my messy closet with my hats. And we're all talking about how we pack. It's amazing how different people pack, when, how, and all the mechanics of that. You get everything. Like, it's the weather patterns of the Northeast and the weather patterns of the Pacific Northwest. You get everything. So if you're not there, you're missing out. But the best part about it is community. It's people that are caring about each other. We get about cats, dogs, frogs, lizards, human and reptiles. It's amazing. So coming over to be a part. Sky, you're there all the time too. I mean, it's just a great group of folks. And Cindy's there all the time. So there we go. We got an urgent question because Thomas is joining us from Facebook, but he is at Walt Disney World right now. He says, urgent question. And so I'm not playing the game with him because he's on property right now. So we're going to play the must-have drink at Beak and Barrel. I have a reservation tomorrow at the end of the Christmas party. What is the must get drink at Beak and Barrel? Because he's on site.
He's like there right now.
Don't mess with Thomas. He's a good listener. We love the guy.
I won't mess with Thomas. Okay. So, of course, the one that everyone is talking about is the skull. Yeah. So if you, really want to have the ultimate in Beak and Barrel experience, you gotta get the skull, right? So I feel like that's a really good one. Brian, when we went there, he got the Barrels Ablaze, which is the Jack Daniel's bonded bourbon, honey, lemon, and chili. He really liked that one. He thought it was really, really good. And I don't drink alcohol, so I got the non-alcoholic version of a drink, and it was the one that was the cookies and cream. And I'm trying to find it. It's called the Cursed Treasure, and it's coconut milk and cookie crumbs, topped with vanilla foam and pirate gold. And I really like that one. I thought it was excellent, especially for someone who doesn't drink. And I don't drink fruity drinks either. So to have an option that's kind of like a milk, I know everybody that knows me so well is rolling their eyes because they're like, of course she got the milk-based drink. So like, I love like that kind of drink. So it was perfect for me. I would 100% get that again. And it was excellent. So I very much enjoyed that. I also, if you're looking for food, the octopus is actually really good. Not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be a little weird. It was so delicious. So I would, if you're debating the octopus, I would say get it, try it. It was excellent. And then we got the corn griddle cakes, the one with the chicken, also really good. What's really nice about that is you can kind of split it. So if you wanted a couple different options, they have the island provisions as well, which is kind of like a charcuterie board in a weird way. And we didn't get that this time, but that's the next time we go, it's definitely on our radar, and we're gonna get that, and probably the octopus again, to be perfectly honest. But the corn griddle cake was excellent as well. So they have really great food there, really great drinks, and I think you're gonna have just a fantastic time. So enjoy Thomas. It's great.
And Dr. Kai backs up the octopus tentacles. He got them, and he sent me a message on Twitter and told me. I was like, it's spreading. Literally, I mean, that's what octopus tentacles do. They spread, but apparently they're very popular. Scott, do you have a drink recommendation from the Beak and Barrel?
Absolutely.
The skull?
Salty Seas Margarita.
Yes, yeah.
Dude, you're killing me.
That's how you have to order it, Mike.
Well, the second or third, you definitely be ordering it that way.
It is the best. Well, you can't get a third, unfortunately.
You gotta be.
That makes me a little upset. Yeah, that's the best drink by far. I've had like 3 of them. I think I did try because we like kind of shared them around.
Yeah, shared them all around.
That was hands down my favorite. It has ube in it. And I love that Polynesian culture. You see that a lot in Hawaii. So love that they put the ube in it.
Interesting.
The one with the skull, I think that's the Plunder's Punch or something like that. Is pretty good. Note, you cannot order it though without the mug.
Yeah.
Right now. So
You have to buy the
You
upgraded
have to
mug.
buy
have
it,
to
so
buy
you
the mug.
gotta spend like $45.
Dude,
on
that
it
is
right now.
smooth. That dude Disney's smooth with that. Yeah.
We did find a little
But-
work. We did find a little workaround. I'm not going to share what it is
Ah, there
necessarily.
we go.
but,
Don't share. Yeah. Though the one thing I will say though, if you are, I mean, yeah, it's an expensive mug, but right now it's the first edition, so like
Yes.
it'll be worth something someday, so, for sure.
Yeah, ours is
So,
sitting on our nice little display. I'll put a picture of it in the clubhouse. It's
Yeah.
got our Trader Sam's mugs and everything
Love
in there
it.
too, which is really good. Also, like the Siren's Whisper, that was kind of interesting drink, and our server put some mermaid teardrops in that drink, a
Gosh.
little special effect that go along with it. So it's a lot of fun. I think your experience really does depend on where you sit though, because you could miss out on a lot of stuff and they're gonna just
True.
kick you right out of there, which is unfortunate.
I
but-
agree with that. I think being in that main room is probably the best spot to be. We actually ended up standing at the bar, and I had a great time at the bar. So
That'd be a great
but
place
if-
to be.
Yeah, but if you're in one of the other two rooms,
Yes,
yeah.
I was seated in the captain's quarters, and
I
you
can
can't
see-
really see much.
No, I can
happening
see
in
where
there.
that would be a little bit of a disappointment. Yeah.
Do you have
can't really
any? Do you have
control
any?
it.
Say,
No,
do you
you
have any
can't
say
control
in that
that.
at all? Like they just
No.
it's like predetermined. Like you have no
It's
choice.
predetermined. I mean, yeah, it's.
I mean, we were a
based on-
group of 6, and we had a family of 3 sit at the same table with us. So,
Mhm.
like, you're gonna like be jam packed with
Oh,
other
yeah.
groups. And
So kind.
stuff,
It
too.
sounds like like Oga's kind of.
a little
It
bit,
is.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but the food's way better.
Oh yeah, for sure. Way better. They need to up the food at Oga's. I mean, yeah, it's not.
But
Scott-
Thomas, get that salty seas margarita. It's delicious.
Margarita. Did you have the tentacles, Scott?
No, we didn't do that because we tried a couple the other dishes, but like
Yeah.
we just got done with. Did we get done with Geo82 that day too? I don't know. We were having lots of fun.
There was lots of
But-
drinking. Yeah.
I feel like-
We didn't
No,
feel the
we
need
were
for
going to
tentacles.
I think we're going to Topolino. I had to go to
Oh.
that BR guest podcast beignet thing.
Oh
and
yeah,
then we're
yeah,
going to
yeah. The
Topolino's after that. I was just like, I can't eat
I
all
mean,
That's
this.
a lot of
yeah, I
food.
mean, you know, they always say, octopus tentacles and beignets don't mix. I mean, I've heard that my
I
whole
mean,
life.
I'm happy to try it though.
Exactly. And Thomas spent the afternoon at Trader Sam's. Even got a Geo 82 reservation earlier. He's
Nice.
living life. You kidding me? He's been
Yep.
at Trader Sam's, going to Geo 82 and Beak and Barrel.
Great day.
Is that the Triple Crown? I mean, it seems to be.
for
All right,
lounges? I'd say so. Yeah.
for real. Next email. Check this out. Title: Mickey in his birthday suit. Dude,
Ooh.
that's getting read ASAP. That's
Yes.
you win.
That
That's how.
might take
That's
you
how,
off the air too. You
That's,
never
well,
know.
it could be. I mean, but that gets the email read for sure on this podcast. Here we go. It's from Kara. Hey, Mike. This might sound like an odd question, but do you or any of the team know if Mickey is ever seen in his birthday or any sort of birthday suit or accessory, like a party hat or something? Hoping the subject line got your attention. LOL.
It
We
did.
are due to be sailing on the Treasure, booked through Bennett the Magic for Less. Good job. On Mickey's birthday, which is also my husband's 50th birthday. And I would love to get a great picture of the two of them together. If Mickey doesn't dress up on his birthday, does anyone have any cute ideas so I can make a magical moment for the two of them? Thanks for all that you and the team do. I've been listening since 2014 and the time has flown by. You brighten my days and commutes with every episode. Thanks for bringing the Disney magic and the positive vibes all across the globe and to me here in the UK. Regards, Kara. Kara, that's awesome. I love emails like this because when I saw that come in, I was like, wait, what? But this is exactly how you get your email, right? At boom to the
There you
top of
go.
the list. So I don't know, man. What about? I mean, there was that one
There
like
was, but
promotion
it
where
was-
they had like, dude, this sounds so weird to say birthday suits. He was not naked. He had on like it was like that
That's
iridescent confetti. Yeah, he had on the confetti
Yes.
suit.
He
It wouldn't
did.
be fair.
That was for, I believe, his 90th birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say no, he doesn't dress up in special outfits on his birthday. However, I will say you're gonna be on a cruise, so the one place where he would be on a cruise because they have generally different outfits. But I'm gonna say most likely he probably wouldn't. The best thing I can say is maybe bring some party hats or things like that. Have your husband wear the party hat. See if what Mickey does with one. He might put it on his head. The other characters might do that too. I don't know. Just kind of like place it on their heads. But yeah, I mean, Mickey will not more than likely be wearing a birthday outfit. That's the way to do
Birthday
that.
suit.
On his birthday, most likely.
Yeah, I doubt that they're going to allow Mickey to add anything to his costume just because of like the character. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
Well,
you
it
can
depends. I mean, if they've got a prop of like, they might be able to do something with the prop. That's what I'm saying. If they brought like a hat, like
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like a little, like one of those little, like cone hats,
triangle
like a
hat.
little,
Yeah.
little cone. Maybe, maybe
Maybe.
not.
I don't know.
I mean, like just like super generic that said "Happy Birthday," maybe.
Yeah.
but I doubt
Yeah.
it. I still doubt it. They're pretty
I don't
particular
know.
about the look of Mickey. Oh no, though, that's
I don't know.
Mickey.
They do some interesting things though with like baby reveals and stuff like that. So
yeah. I mean, it can't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
But dress your husband up. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
I would
it's
dress your husband up for sure. Yeah.
He's your husband. He's 50. He's good. You know, you gotta do that kind of stuff. All right, Jacob's got a question. One of my great guests over at the Magic for Less says, a parent's Disney dream after a family wish. I like that. Hey, Mike,
Ooh.
Pam, Ricky, and Scotty G. I'm sensing with here we go. I'm sensing witty subject lines are key to catching your attention. See, we're
Yeah,
onto
well,
something
we've
here.
definitely got that.
There we go. Let's see. My family and I are heading out on an adult-only 3-night cruise on the Disney Dream in January without the kids, with stops in Nassau and Lookout Key. We took a family 4-night cruise on the Wish last summer as our first ever cruise and talk about it all the time. We're taking advantage of our onboard deposit from last summer. Is the subject line making sense now? I hear a lot about the fantasy, but not a lot about the dream. Give me the pros and watch outs of the dream for us to soak up for an adults only weekend. We have couples massages planned for the Nassau day on board and plan on relaxing by the beach at Lookout Key, which we have never been to. We are here for sunshine, fun drinks, snacks, naps, and Disney. Jacob down in Fayetteville, Arkansas. So, Scott, we actually talked about this. Was this Sunday night? I think it was.
Sunday night. Yeah.
We had this
Saw
comparison
tomorrow's
because
episode.
it's going to come out tomorrow on the feed because we compared like the Wish, we compared ships within the class. And what did we come up with? Kind of the comparison that there's really not a lot of difference. It's the itineraries, right?
Yeah, the itineraries are really important. You kind of lean towards you like the second version of the ship better.
Yep.
So like,
Yep. Maybe
even
they
though I
learned
think
a
you like the
little.
Magic better than the Wonder, maybe.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah, probably.
But like I've sailed, so I've been on 10 Disney cruises. I've been on the Dream 6 of those, and the Dream is, I would say, is kind of like my favorite. It's like my home ship almost because of that. It's the one I know the most, and I just really love it, you know. And it was and I think we talked about this a lot, like Ricky and Mike. Like it's almost like your first ship is kind of like your favorite. Because I think that's the one you got
Yeah, I give
introduced
you that.
to
Sure.
Disney
Yeah.
Cruise Line. So like I love the Dream. It was my first one. But I mean, there's some minor differences. Obviously, like the looks are going to be a little bit different on the Fantasy than the Dream. But I think it's a beautiful ship and so much to do for an adults only trip on 3 nights. That's going to be great.
I agree. And now, the Dream has not gone through the dry dock.
Yes, it has.
Oh,
It
it
went through it
went through it
first.
first. That's right. So
Yes,
it will
I
have,
just went
so,
on it,
yes.
and it has been through the dry dock.
That's
So it's got like Ramon's tacos
Yes.
now and all that
Nice.
stuff. Like, and
Which the fantasy will now match. Yeah.
and the
Fantasy
match,
will have
yeah,
that,
the
yeah.
Fantasy's going to be doing that now too. But I love the atrium on the Dream. I love that carpet right there, you know, and like the beautiful chandelier. It's just the decor is so great. It's just great. I mean, Evolution, like the district area, Mike. That's what we were talking about last night.
Yeah.
Is like how much we love the district out there. You know, you got 687, you got the Evolution and all that. Pink, it's just an awesome spot to hang out.
Yeah, for Jacob, there's no drawbacks like between the Fantasy and the Dream. There's not. I mean, what we talked about was I think the reason I like the Fantasy better was because we've done 7-night cruises on the Fantasy. When the Dream, we did 4 and 5-night cruises, and we got to go on the Fantasy. We got to go like to the Caribbean, where on the Dream we did the Bahamas, which the Caribbean's a little bit more exotic, and you get more sea days, and you get to do more fun. You know, there's more activities on board. So I think that kind of, and I am a big fan of O'Gills, and Fantasy has the O'Gills, where the Dream doesn't have that venue, but what's I'm trying to think what takes. Oh, it's 687. Which 687 is a
687,
sports
yeah.
bar. I love 687 on the
I know.
Dream. That's one of my
I
favorite
think we did
places
like a
too.
fantasy baseball
We
draft
did.
thing in there once.
Dude, I played one time. I don't even know if you were on this cruise. I think this is Paige and I did this. Like, I don't even know what it was called. It was like it was one of those like weird, like, things they did in the middle of an afternoon that hardly anybody showed up for, like activity. But it was like some kind of soccer like game. You remember those electric football games where you'd
Oh my
set your
gosh,
people,
yes, I know
set your
those.
people up right,
Yeah.
and then like
And then the board just kind of shakes and plays
like,
out the play.
it was
yeah.
like that, but it was like soccer or something with these like weeble
That's
wobble
fun.
people. But it was the weirdest thing. It was like you would only do that on a cruise, right? But we played that in 687, like by those reclining chairs. It was so fun though. Like we played it with like 8 people. I don't even know. I can't remember how we played it and who won or whatever. But it was wild. It was just an activity we played for like an hour. But 687, great video. Yeah, and the thing is, Lookout Key. Oh, you're gonna love Lookout for like an adult trip. It's got great little poolside bars if you want to get a drink. The beach there is beautiful. Hopefully
If you can snag Apollo too, that would be really great too.
Absolutely.
I mean, all the ships Palos are incredible. I just did Remy on the Dream recently for the 3rd time too. That is a great one, but I would ease into that. I think because that takes up on a 3-night cruise. That's like 4 hours.
Yes,
just
it does.
eating at Remy. So like time is kind of valuable. I mean, we did it on our 3-nighter, but still, I would snag Apollo if you can do that.
Apollo for sure.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I know that means missing one of the dinings. That's the thing about a 3-nighter, right? Like you only
True.
have one shot in each restaurant. So if you're doing Apollo, you're giving up one of those restaurants, but that's okay. They're all good. Don't worry. And then you'll just sail the ship again another time and see that restaurant.
Yeah, I'm doing a 3-nighter coming up, and I think we're gonna skip Palo. And I love Palo, but I want to see the restaurants.
Yeah, that's what we did when we took my in-laws on the Wish for a 3-night. Like we didn't want them to miss like any of the main restaurants, so we just skipped Palo on that when it happens.
And it's a new ship, right? So I don't want to miss. I mean, if I was gonna miss one, I want to miss Marvel because I've done Marvel twice now, and I'm not into Marvel, but it might be different on the Destiny. Who knows?
It might be.
We'll see.
'Cause, well, isn't it like Guardians on the Treasure or something?
is
I
it?
think.
No, well,
Yeah.
It's a Guardians. It's Marvel,
It was
but it's
Marvel.
a Guardians themed show.
Yeah, where it's like Ant-Man on
Yeah.
the Wish. So
Ant-Man
it
on
could
the
be
Wish,
so it could
yeah.
be different on the Destiny.
dude, I have no idea. Like Spider-Man came popping out of one of them. I can't remember. And like, yeah,
That's the Wish.
Ant-Man was on one of them. I remember that. But it was all superheroes.
They're fun. They're fun meals.
They were,
They're
yeah.
wild,
So,
though.
but I mean, dude, this is a great like getaway for like an adult's trip, especially in January. Oh my gosh, from Arkansas,
love it.
yeah, you're gonna love that. All right, next question. Ooh, got a Disneyland question. I like this. From Michael. Hey, Mike and BOGP crew. My wife and I'll be headed to Disneyland for our very first time in January. While I run the Disneyland half and the 10K, the first leg of my Coast to Coast challenge. While I am a frequent Walt Disney World Run Disney runner, am very familiar with the Orlando events, I was wondering about what the key differences are for the West Coast races. I understand there isn't much of a post-race parking lot celebration, so I'll have my celebratory beer later in the afternoon, but are there some other differences? Any differences in bag check or entry into the starting areas or character stops? Any notable expo differences? Also, since this is my first time at Disneyland, what are some not to miss attractions exclusive to Disneyland? And what are some of the skippable experiences that are carbon copies of the Florida attractions? We have a 4-day Park Hopper multi-pass tickets, so I think we should have more than enough time to see everything, but I'd still like to focus more of our time on the more unique West Coast park experience. Lastly, thoughts on not to miss foods and dining options. Thanks for your time and hope to see you on race day. Michael at Mike Runs the World. Go Vols.
This is like that would be a whole episode.
It is a whole
almost.
episode. Okay, so first of all, the expo is a nut house at Disneyland. I don't like the expo at Walt Disney World. Now, you don't have to walk as much, but dude, it is insanity. It's just everybody's jammed into that Disneyland hotel. It's like claustrophobia in there for me. On that Thursday, it's wild. But I mean, it's like they tell you to go here, go there, and you get your stuff pretty. I don't know. It's a lot. Like when you got to go, it's not that. I don't even know what it is. It's not even that bad, but it just seems like everybody's in like one's like jammed into that convention like room.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you're not switching like
You're not changing
different
venues.
rooms you have to go into and
it's,
things.
It's.
Yeah,
I mean,
so.
and you get to the good news is like you get to see like if you've run a lot of races, it's like a big reunion. You see everybody, which is really cool. I do like that, but it's like everybody's like it's a lot. Like, but you get to see everybody. So I guess that's not bad.
I actually don't mind the expo there. I'm kind of like the opposite of you on that because it gets me to the Disneyland Hotel, which I love. It's not far really from it, like where like you have to take the bus,
Yeah.
depending on where you're staying, you could just walk to the expo, which is kind of nice, I think. And then yeah, it just gets you kind of like into like the downtown Disneyland
I do
Hotel
like that.
area, which where Wide World of Sports, I don't know, I don't like it. I just never liked it. So like I honestly don't mind the expo there really. But
I just kind of I don't know. Like I get maybe it's because like at Disneyland I kind of want more merch than I do at Walt Disney World. Like at Walt Disney World I don't care as much, but like Disneyland I'm
Yeah.
kind of like that's I like it out there. Like the bag checks kind of similar. Staging
It is.
areas are all similar. Character stops are similar out there.
So I would say the character stops are a little bit different because once you hit the open roads in
Yeah,
Anaheim,
well,
you
yeah,
will
that.
not see characters. Whereas
You'll see
once you
characters.
leave-
They just won't be the same kind of.
Oh, you'll see some characters, all right. Yeah, that's a good one, Mike. Once you leave like the theme parks at Walt Disney World and you're on like the main roads, they'll still be like Disney like things, right? They'll have like some movies playing sometimes in the background, or you might see some Haunted Mansion characters off to the side on World Drive and things like that. You won't see that in Anaheim because it's Anaheim. And like Disney doesn't own that area, so they really don't put things out there. They used to be better about having like more local entertainment. Like there'd be like a mile's worth of like hot rods one year, which was super cool. I think when you run by Angel Stadium, they might have like a mascot out there or something like that, but you really won't see Disney stuff only when you're in the theme parks, really.
What you might see is that'll be your character stop.
Taco Bell?
Yeah,
Is that what that
you
was?
see a few of them. Yeah, you might see a few of those. That'd be your character stuff. Yeah. So let's get to his Disneyland stuff, though. I mean, obviously, in 4 days is plenty of time to see everything in both parks. Honestly, because that's how much I'll be there, and I've wiped it out. Like, especially with multipass, dude, you're gonna love having Lightning Lane multipass out there. It's like you just feel like a rock star. But I mean, I would start with things like especially if you're there like the expo day, like if you can get in Disneyland early, hit Fantasyland at Disneyland, boom, wipe that out. Indiana Jones early, Lightning Lane that. I don't know, Scott, Ricky, what do you guys? I mean, I would focus on the unique stuff and go from there.
Yeah, you can just get so much done at Disneyland. I would avoid Tiana's Bayou Adventure just because of how wet you get. And like,
Absolutely.
if you're running, you don't want your shoes to get wet. I know you're a runner, you're gonna have multiple pairs of shoes and all that, but especially like in January too, like might not be the best time to do it.
I saw
anyway.
they just introduced a trash can bin for used ponchos at the end of Tiana's. That's how wet you get. Yeah, it's disastrous.
I mean, I haven't ridden Tiana's out there yet, but just think about the old Splash Mountain. I never got more wet on any ride in my life.
I agree with you. I've never gotten more wet on anything in my entire life.
I've never ridden it either out there, and I've watched people get off that thing. I'm like, God, I'm not even that wet when I get out of the shower. Like, it's crazy.
It's wrenching.
I mean, I would love to, but I just know it's like gonna ruin the rest of my
Same.
day.
Like,
Exactly.
I hate when my shoes get wet. I can handle like my shirt and stuff. Like when my shoes and socks get drenched, because me and Joe Fickus have talked about this before. It's like someone is just pouring buckets on you, and like when you land, and that's what it feels like. There's just someone constantly pouring buckets on you, and it's just dripping all down your body to your feet, man. It's just like I don't want that.
I don't either.
Want that. But
So
anyway, so avoid that basically is what I'm trying to say. Unless you really want to ride it, but
you got to do.
You go to World a lot.
Yeah, and you got to do like the little things. Like this thing I think is like a World. You got to do like the Storybook Canal boats. You got to do like the Matterhorn. Like you can't skip the even like the circus train. Like I know as stupid as that sounds, like one time take a spin on the circus train.
I love the train. Yeah.
I know, like, but I
Casey
mean,
Junior
it's easy to
train is
miss.
so
Yeah, the
great.
Casey Junior train, like it's so cool. Like in Small World out there, you got to do that. Is it back open? Yeah, it's back open. It wasn't open last time I was there. I think it's open.
But I mean, you'll be able to do everything though. That's the thing. When you have that multi-pass, like it'll get you on the big rides quickly, and then you just do some of those smaller ones throughout the day. That's the beauty of like Disneyland is that 2 parks, but they have just as many attractions as the 4 parks in World. So it's easier to like maneuver, because you don't have to go to 4 different parks. You can just bounce between the 2 and get stuff done easily.
Yep. And you got to get that thing that my favorite snack is right across there from the Matterhorn at that Edelweiss Snacks. It's like a brat inside of a pretzel. Oh, it's so good. And then your go-to counter service place is Red Rose Tavern in Disneyland and Fantasyland. I love that place. What else for snacking and eating?
Corn dog.
Yeah, corn dog.
Hello. Gotta get a corn dog.
Got to get a beignet.
I
gotta
mean,
get a
I like
beignet
Rancho
in
del
Northern Square.
Zecolo for my
I do too.
counter service.
Yeah, I do too.
That I think I go there some 2 or 3 times a trip, even sometimes. Like I just love that place. This is kind of weird, but I love to get the Disneyland corn. Like Mike, you know this, man. I
Yeah,
love
I
the
do
corn,
too.
and like
Yeah.
for some reason at Disneyland, I think the corn is just better. I'm just gonna
It
say
is
I
good.
agree. That's good.
Yep, the beignets, and now they have the beignets
Oh,
that are
beignets
like
in French
savory. They have
Quarter,
like
yeah.
savory beignets in
Well, French Market, not French Quarter.
back in Northern Square. Yeah, and it's just so good. Just discovery, just like walk around, see something, get it. You know, I love it. It's so fun.
The cookies, you gotta get those cookies too.
Oh yeah, at Harbor Galley. Yeah, the little cookie stop. Oh man, you get like a dozen. Oh my god, so good. Okay, let's see here. This one just came in today. Let's see. It's from Nicole. Hey, BOGB crew. We're headed down to Walt Disney World the last week of January. We're celebrating my daughter's birthday. She's going to be turning 3 in February. We decided to go with a dining plan for 4 adults, and I plan on utilizing character meals. What are some of your suggestions for places to dine? We plan on going to Akershus for breakfast, and we want to try to get Topolino's for our rest day or our departure day. Thanks for your suggestions, Nicole. So they're going to be going down late January, looking for some good character dining suggestions. Dining plan is key because with a dining plan, you don't have to worry about the bill. This is where I would say Chef Mickey's is a good use of the dining plan.
Ooh. That's a good choice,
'Cause it's
actually.
expensive.
I love Hollywood and Vine.
Really?
Liz and I just went there, just the 2 of us over wine and because I think it's 100% now going to be mini seasonal
It is.
Vine in
Yes.
the morning.
Yes.
So-
I know. Brian and I think are gonna try it because they switched over to mini seasonal dine now for breakfast, and I think
Yeah.
I really want to try it. Yeah.
And I love that breakfast. It's so good. I even liked it. I mean, I liked it when it was the Disney Junior, but like, cause I think that is one of the most unique food spreads for a breakfast buffet.
Okay.
They had
You're
like
selling me on it. I like it. All right.
they had a salmon, like, I don't know if you like salmon bagels, but they have a salmon bagel like casserole on their menu, which is really great. But like, has all those great things. The ice cream machine is fully functioning at breakfast time. So hello, I make a Scotty G like crazy Sunday when I'm there. But it's just the outfits. I love those mini seasonal outfits at Halloween or at Christmas. At the end of January, I don't know what it is necessarily. Maybe it's transitioning to maybe like some love, some Valentine's Day.
It
It's just
should. It'd be
romantic.
sweet. That'd be cute.
But I would just say, like, don't overlook that Hollywood and Vine breakfast buffet. I think it's actually like a really hidden gem, and you get to see like Minnie and Mickey, like the classic characters there. So don't overlook that one.
Yeah, that Topolino's. I would say Chef Mickey's is a good use. Don't
Garden Grill is
That's
a
what I
good
was gonna say.
one.
Don't sleep on
And
Garden
Crystal
Grill.
Palace is always a go-to. I mean,
That's
I
a
love
good call.
Tigger, right? So I always had to throw in Crystal Palace there.
Crystal Palace is really good too. I mean, because you're right
So
there,
good,
man.
man.
It's such a great venue. Like being in there is like I don't know. There's something about eating inside Crystal Palace. It's like
And you can
so-
see,
it's so
like, depending
cool.
on where you're seated, you can see the castle.
I know,
from
that's
where
what it
you are.
is.
Like,
You're-
it's so great.
You're like right there, like on the hub. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
just
it's
how
almost as
light
good as
and
like
cheery
in the
it is,
castle.
man.
You can't see. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in the castle, yeah, it's cool. Like I mean, I've eaten in Cinderella's Royal Table like eons ago when Mallory was little, and it was awesome, right? I mean, it's at the castle, right? I mean, it's cool, but you can't see like out into the park, unless like you have a table. I know we didn't have a table like up against the window or anything, so you couldn't see. Like in Crystal Palace, you can see that you're in the Magic Kingdom. Like
No,
it's
that's true.
awesome.
You know,
And
what?
you get to
I
eat
might,
with,
I might
Winnie
book
the
a.
Pooh.
I might have to
Yeah.
book a Hollywood and Vine for me, Liz, and Emily now. It'll be Christmas
Oh.
time. I'm just thinking about that.
Oh yeah, because
It'll be weird.
this-
It'll be weird back-to-back trips to go to Hollywood and Vine for breakfast. But I'm telling you, I love those characters in there.
I'm looking at it too, actually. So
Sweet.
you're selling me on it.
I thought that they just worked all this out. Now you can cut those days off again and go back to your normal schedule, Scott. That's you don't
I
have
mean,
to,
if I got the time off approved today for that extra day, just saying.
I love it. Scott changed his flights because he was worried about not getting down there on time.
Oh, so
with all
I got breaking news from Beth because I was hoping she was listening because I knew she loves Hollywood and Vine like I do. They're dressed like they're going to a movie premiere that time of year. Like that's cool because it's Hollywood
Oh,
Studios.
so they're
you
gonna
know?
have like I guess like tuxedos and like
Yeah.
okay. I was like, dude,
the
if I
red-
go
like
to
the
a
red
movie,
carpet
I'm
look,
like,
I
this is
feel
how I
like
dress.
maybe.
I was going to a movie. Okay, I get it. Yeah, that's cute.
I love it.
That's a great idea. Thank you for that tip. That's awesome. All right, well here let's close out with that mini trip report from listener Tim that I promised he sent us. So he said he wanted to give a quick recap of his wine and dine weekend. He said All Star Sports was great for this solo trip. and said even hit the pool a couple of evenings to relax and before bed, and an early rise for the races. So he was down for the races. So Scotty was down there same time as you. So he said on Friday, had his first flight out of Philly to Orlando, like getting out early and starting the vacation as early as possible. When he does solo trips, usually uses Mears Connect. It says it was $16 each way, usually less than an Uber, and I've never had to wait more than 10 minutes for the bus to depart for the hotel. It says I grabbed a quick snack and a beer at the end zone food court before dropping my bags at Bell Services and heading to the expo. My buddy Phil, who lives in Orlando that I ran with, was there on Thursday and said the lines were crazy. Friday was smooth, in and out.
Was it our friend Phil?
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, there's probably more than one Phil, but he does live in Orlando. I was thinking the same thing. My original plan was to head to Typhoon Lagoon after the expo, but my room became available while I was on the way to ESPN. By the time I made it back to the resort, grabbed my bags and groceries from Bell Services and got settled into the room, it was 3 p.m. Bonus. My room was in the Hoops Hotel section right under the Wolverines pennant. Go Blue. There you go.
Look at this.
I made a change of plans and headed to Disney Springs for an early dinner as the alarm clock will be going off at 2:30 a.m. for the 10K. Had dinner at the bar at the Polite Pig. Man, I love that place. It's a must-do for my wife as well when we go down as a family. I had the Slider Trio and a few sweet tea old fashions. Quite tasty. Hit the pool for a quick dip and then off to bed. And he said,
I could have hung out with Tim while I was down there.
Dude, and he sent a picture of those sliders. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
you gotta not do that. Like,
I was at Topolino's that night though, so like
good.
we're both winning. I feel like,
dude, some old fashions and some Polite Pig sliders. He won the day. Saturday, up early and grabbed the buses to Epcot for the 10K. I always loved the camaraderie of the bus that early in the morning. Excited for the race, but questioning why we do this to ourselves. LOL. I try to go back to sleep, but if you had camaraderie,
I mean, people like to have the energy early in the morning. Not me though.
yeah, me neither. I just like try to tune out, but Tim
I was
in.
bummed that my bus got there in like 6 minutes. Like, dang, that's not enough time for a nap.
I know. I just wanted to take its time. Anyway, this was Phil's first organized race ever. So this was definitely not our friend.
Not
Phil.
our friend.
This
Phil.
is not our Phil. Yeah, not our Dino. I told him when we decided to do this that I would stick by his side and see him to the finish line of both races. I don't even know what our times were for either race, as I was solely focused on us crossing the finish line ahead of the balloon ladies, which we did. After the race, I took the bus back to sports and grabbed a quick shower back to Epcot, as I had a Guardians Lightning Lane and wanted to hit the Wine and Dine food booths. Favorites included griddled cheese from the Grease booth, and I'm just terrible at foods, risotto style grilled beef from the Flavors of Fire. Walked onto Remy's in the single rider line and then used my Lightning Lane at Guardians. By that point, Phil had met me at Epcot. He's an annual pass holder. And we hit the China booth as it was the only one with a shorter line. It was about 1 p.m. on a Saturday during Food and Wine, and it was getting packed. We hopped to Animal Kingdom. I had a Flight of Passage Lightning Lane at 3:30. It was hot by that point, especially at Animal Kingdom. We were able to snag a table that was covered by the roof at Dawa Bar and sat down and had a few drinks while waiting for the Lightning Lane to come up. It was a great time reflecting on the 10K and trying to keep Phil's spirits up about the half marathon the next morning. He was starting to feel it in his legs from the 10K that morning. It was time for me to ride Flight of Passage, so we headed home, and I made my way to the Valley of Moara after Avatar. I used single rider to walk on to Expedition Everest. I grabbed a margarita at Thirsty River and strolled my way back to the front to head back to the resort for the night. Jumped in the pool for a bit, grabbed a pizza at the end zone food court, and called it a night.
Wow.
I like the way Tim does this.
He does good.
He does a few rides, a couple of drinks, pizzas, and good food. Tim rocks. We gotta do a race weekend with Tim. Sunday. Okay, I got to hear about Phil's half marathon here. Here we go. I'm intrigued. See, I love trip reports. This is why the podcast started back in the day. I was reading trip reports just like this. Like, we should do these on audio. Okay. Up early again on the buses at Epcot. I was sitting by myself and a woman asked if she could sit next to me as the bus was filling up. We made small talk on the ride to the race. She was from Pennsylvania as well, but an hour or so away from where I live. But she said she had family in my area. Turns out I coached her nephew in Mighty Might football. Small world. That's how it always happens at these races. I'm telling you, stuff like that always happens. I was super proud of Phil. He was tight from the 10K, but we got into his corral a little earlier for the half to give ourselves some more room between us and the balloon ladies. Running through Epcot and Hollywood Studios was great, but man, that stretch from the Swan Reserve past Coronado down to Blizzard Beach, then backtracking up to World Drive felt like it lasted forever. Phil was starting to fade at this point, but he kept up the work and finished strong. It was a great accomplishment for him and something no one can ever take away from him. So, Scott, you were there. How was that stretch from Swan Reserve past Coronado down to Blizzard Beach and backtracking up to World Drive? Was it fun?
It was fun, yeah, sure. But actually, you know what, though? That was one of the few areas where you may have saw some spectators because a lot of people came out from Coronado and cheered. So that was good, right? So you got to see them going towards Blizzard Beach, and on your way out, you got to see some spectators. So I thought that was pretty nice.
That's cool. All right, he says, I had an 80 for Phil's wife and me at homecoming for brunch after the half, but I could tell as we were getting our snack boxes and medals that he was in no shape for that. I told him I'd cancel the ADR and he could go home and get some rest. After grabbing a shower, I gave my son a call as he was getting ready for the first round of playoffs in football. After a quick pep talk to him, I took the bus to the Magic Kingdom and the monorail to the Polynesian. I was going to head over to, I can never pronounce it, Wailulu.
Wailulu.
Why can I never say that? But it started raining while I was on the monorail. Stopped for a bit at Tambu Lounge and had a back scratcher and a Mai Tai waiting for the rain to stop. After the rain, I made it to Wailulu and had a great lunch. Back to the All-Stars, grabbed a power nap, and then off to Wine and Dine after party. After party was great. I hit a few more Wine and Dine booths and called it a night by 11 p.m. All right, we're running long, so I'll leave it there. But I'll tell you what, Tim did it right. And I'm glad you didn't push Phil because you know what? It sounds like you took him to the limit. You got him to the finish line 2 times. Homecoming would have been great. But I mean, Scott, it sounds like that was a real successful weekend and the weather held up for the most part for the races and for the good part of the whole weekend.
Yeah, it was just a little warm, I would say, on Sunday. But yeah, like for the most part, the weather held up. At the Epcot after party, it did rain a little bit. So it rained like after the race, like the afternoon I was in Magic Kingdom, it rained. Stopped for a little bit, then it picked up again at the after party. So there was a little bit of weather, but didn't have it for the races. So that was the most important thing.
Good job. Congratulations to Phil. And it's always good to have a buddy like Tim who's going to get you to the line. So Tim, well done. And I'm telling you what, man, you did a wine and dine race weekend the right way. Good food, good drinks, good attractions, good times in the parks. Got your medals, got your shirts. You just had a good time. And you shared it with all of us. That's what I love. You took time to write it down, give us some to have fun with here on a Wednesday. So we appreciate that so much, Tim. Thank you so much for that. And if you guys want to submit a little mini trip report, send it in. You have questions, we need them in the queue. Always send those in to Mike at BeOurGuestPodcast.com. Get right on the show. Those little headers, urgency, decide how urgent they have to be. Put them in the header there. And we'll go with it. So send those again to Mike at BeOurGuestPodcast.com. Don't forget today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We're standing by to help you plan amazing Disney adventures. Pam Forrester right now and a couple from the team are on the Disney Destiny this week. So check them out over on the Magic for Less socials. You get to see all the latest on that ship. Looks pretty awesome. And if you want to sail, do that. Book that for you. Get you a nice onboard credit. Get you down to Walt Disney World, out to Disneyland, even seeing the world with Adventures by Disney for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. Anytime you do that shopping this holiday season, that helps us out. And you can become a patron of the show, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Thanks to everybody who does that. If you'd like to join us, patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can give us all a follow on the social media. I'm at beourguestmike. That's Instagram, x.com, and Threads. Scott's at Epscott, EPSCOT. You can also check them out, of course. Must See Adventures on YouTube. Ricky's at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS. You can check her out at DisneyWorldAfterAll.com on YouTube as well. Don't forget, we have the Clubhouse, beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. Free for everybody. Your invitation's waiting right there. Join us. It's a wild, fun place. It's great. Be there. And a live show this Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. We open up the phone lines and take your calls. It's a ton of fun. You got to be there. It's like a great way to end the weekend. All right, we're going to be back on Friday, and here's what we're going to be doing. It's kind of like the Oscars. we're going to give awards for the best supporting attraction in the lands. Then we got the big E tickets, right? You got like Space Mountain, you got Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, you got Expedition to Everest, you got all the big guys. You know, they always win the big awards. They're always the main characters, as my wife says. My wife says, don't be the main character. I'm like, but I like being the main character. Don't be the main character. So we're going to go into the lands and say, what are those little small things, the small attractions, the small little experiences in each land that they're there and they make the land sing. So they're the best supporting attractions in the lands that are so special that you might not even really notice that much. But man, if you took those out, it would really kind of sink the lands. We're going to talk about the award for the best supporting attraction goes to, and see what you go with. So we'll see what we say, and then we can play that game over the weekend with your family. All right, so come on back for Friday for that. Until then, we'll see you then. So for Ricky and Scott, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.